Aloha. So I just wanted to jump on quickly and just talk about just some really easy ways that you can start actioning some weight loss. So I think we all do this. We all tell ourselves stories of why it's so hard for us to lose this weight, and this has happened and that's happened. And yes, as we get older, it is harder. Yes, as our hormones change with women, it's harder. Yes, we do get like more fat around the middle as time progresses, but the same principles usually apply unless you have a really specific problem. I've only ever worked with 2 people in like 7 years that have had a real issue with losing weight. So what I've said to a couple of people over the last few days is, and not clients, just people that have asked for advice, is that just look at the things that you have every day and think about how you can have something that's less calories than those things. Everyone has stuff that they have every single day. So like for me, I know that I'm gonna have 2 slices of toast. I know that I'm gonna have eggs. I know I'm gonna have bacon. I know I'm gonna have mayonnaise. I know that I'm gonna have some kind of meat, some kind of fish. I know that I'm gonna have some kind of carb. I'm gonna have it, like we all have like a routine. Like I know I'm quite rigid with my routine unless I'm eating out, but we all have things. Like if you work with some, like literally look at the people around you, like your spouse, like your kids, whoever, they will all have, people that you work with, they will all have patterns. They'll have the same coffee, they'll have the same breakfast, they'll go same places for lunch. All of that stuff rings true, right? So the easiest thing is to look at what you're doing every day and just cut things down. So for me, for example, with the toast, going for a lower calorie bread. There's some breads that are literally, like I was in M&S today getting bread, and I don't know why I got bread from M&S, but anyway, there was breads in there and it was like two slices of bread at 350 calories. I kid you not, there was one packet of bread that had that, and I was just like, Jesus, like what, why? Do you know what I mean? But anyway, so that's one thing. You can go for some really low calorie bread. You can get 50 calorie bread, like each slice, 50 calories. Milk, if you have a coffee every day. I have semi-skimmed. I have literally that much milk in my coffee. And I have, I like it sweet, so I have sweetener, which is 0 calories. Like, what else? Like if you have cereal, for example, I don't really have cereal, but if you do, then you could think, okay, what milk am I having? Am I having oat milk with my cereal? That's quite a high calorie milk usually. Or coconut milk's a really high calorie milk. Can I go for a skimmed milk? Can I go for a soy milk? Looking at all of those things, those are the easiest things to do because you have them every day and they'll cut out so many calories over the week. If you're having fish, can you get a leaner cut of fish? That will save you lots of different types of calories. Can you get leaner meats? Sauces, what sauce do you have? I'm a mayonnaise fiend, so I get light mayonnaise. If I have full fat mayonnaise, that is like hundreds and hundreds of calories each week. And just all the things, like looking at all the things that you do routinely every day. If you go to the same place for lunch, for example, if you go to, where do people go for lunch? I don't know, because I'm not in this like thing, like Leon or Pilpel. That's the one that came to mind because my client goes there. Like, looking at, okay, what do I usually get? Oh, it's 800 calories. Oh, it's 1,000 calories. Can I go for something that's 600 or 700 calories instead? Like all of those little things, they really mount up, and it's not necessarily always the biggest things where you think, oh, okay, those are the changes I need to make. Obviously, they do need to change. Like say if you're wanting to lose weight and you go happy hour every week and you always having espresso martinis, then maybe it's like, well, maybe it's going for a lower calorie drink when you go for that occasion. Same with eating out, like looking at the places, if they've got calories on the menus, going for something a bit lighter. Or if there's no calories on the menus, looking at this is more of the detailed work that I do with my clients, and like looking at the available options that are there. So the types of meat that they've got, the carbs that come with the meal. We always go for substantial carbs because it's like, okay, if they have, obviously you can have a pasta, but it's like, okay, if you have a pasta that's just vegetables, that's not going to fill you up. You're probably going to be hungry still and be like, oh, I want to have a dessert, or I'm going to have some drinks, or do you know what I mean? Like all of that stuff. So it's just looking at all the things that you've got that you do on a regular basis in the first instance, and just looking where you can cut those calories down. And that's what I do with my clients essentially, especially when they start with me. It's like, okay, how can we cut some of these calories down? It's a bit different because I give them a calorie goal, so we know where we're going anyway. And then they've got really clear parameters to stick to as well within that. But if you are just looking to lose some weight, just look at your habits on a day-to-day basis, you know? Like, it's funny because a lot of the time when I have like consultation calls with people, they'll say, oh, I hate having the same thing every day. I hate it. I hate it. I get really bored. It's boring. Most people have the same thing every day. People go to the same place for lunch. They have the same coffee. They have the same thing. They just don't want to do something that they don't really like every day. So it's just looking at your day and just thinking, okay, what do I have? And then just seeing, okay, what could I potentially have instead? That is the easiest way to cut calories down. The easiest way. Just in the first instance. And then I think the next easiest way is moving. And move, it doesn't have to be drastic, but looking at how much you're moving in the day, like steps wise, like how many steps are you doing in a day? Can you do 1,000 more each day? Can you do 500 more even? All of those little things are going to mean that they, you know, rack up your energy expenditure, and then you start burning more calories just easily. Like, you know, just parking in a different spot, you're burning more calories, and then your weight starts coming down. You know, it can be that simple. But I think those are the main things really, because I think, you know, we all do it, like looking and thinking, oh God, like what have I done? But those are the easiest ways, just looking at what you have at the moment and thinking, okay, how can I, and also like looking to see and being realistic. Like one of the videos I'm going to do later on is about about you know, some people go to the kitchen, like every time they go to the kitchen they're having something out of the fridge, or every time they go to the kitchen they're grabbing something out the cupboard. Like some people have habits like that, and I have habits like that sometimes, where you just like, you come into the kitchen like, oh yeah, I come in to get like, I don't know, my pencil case. I've got a pencil case, and you know, I'll go in the fridge and then get something. So it's kind of thinking, okay, like what is in the fridge that I'm picking at that I don't need to pick out, or I can replace with something else that's not going to maybe cost me so much in calories, or like high calorie snacks, like those big biscuits that are all like 100 calorie biscuits. Like, bro, like if you're trying to lose weight, 100 calorie biscuit, really? There's biscuits that's 50 calories. Yes, they're not like, they are, like one of my clients called it punishment biscuits. But if you like a biscuit with your tea every day and you don't want to stop having biscuits and you don't want to be putting on weight, go for a 50 calorie biscuit over a 100 calorie biscuit. That's like the easiest thing to do. You know, like no one's going to die for not having a 100 calorie biscuit, but those are the little changes. And it's not to say you can never have that biscuit again, but it's just to say, okay, there's something you're having every day and you want to lose weight. It's like, okay, that needs to change in order for you to get the weight gone. So hopefully that's helpful. It's a bit of a long rant, but I think that is the main reason why I wanted to make the video, because it's like, actually, we overcomplicate it sometimes in a way that we don't really need to. And it you know, it is easier for me as a coach to kind of look at things and think, okay, what are you doing here? But you know, we can do it ourselves as well. We can look and just think, oh, actually I can make that change. And if it's still not working, then come to me and I'll sort you out. And I'm joking. I'm not joking, but yeah.